Hello, New York Grand Slam round 2, and I'm playing against number 1 in this rating list of New York Grand Slam, Turbo Cesar, Cesar Pena from Peru. Great rating, but as you see, I have 1-0. And let's continue this good start. This is a very good hand, because I have 24 ops, not counting China card, and they all look playable. Even if perched, this hand looks still very good. UN intervention to deny US-Japan, or duck and cover, socialist governments distal. The main problem is that I will probably have to headline distal. Sorry, not headline distal. I have socialist governments defected, but it couldn't be helped anyway. Now, cooing Italy offers 1/3 odds, because I need to succeed in this cooing entirely with NATO. On the other hand, my next move may be cooing Iran with duck and cover, denying him any battleground coup. And I think I'm gonna go for it. And it worked! Great! Of course, he may now counter coup somewhere, denying me battleground coup, but I doubt it. Since... well... since he doesn't really have good coup targets. On the other hand, maybe it's worth to UN intervene, duck and cover, or space it and UN intervene US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact. What's almost certain, I'm gonna play the entire hand. So I need to lower DEFCON, and I need to set up sources of ops for distal, and I should do it before triggering East European unrest. From this place here, I'd like to greet Yuri Gołomako from Belarus, who, if happens to see this game, is probably going to comment on my rolling 6 against Italy. Okay, so now let's coup Malaysia, attempting to get access to Thailand. Successfully, and with no counter coup of his side. And that starts looking very good. The next move, UN intervention to Thailand with US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact, and then probably distal. Thailand is too important to just let it go. So is European domination. Yeah, I know Middle East, but it would probably be his headline. Plus now, degrading DEFCON is not too convenient for him. But he's cooing and he's using Fidel, and he degraded DEFCON actually, so it's a CIA trap, but it's also a distal moment. Probably. I don't need you any longer. So 1, 2, 3. not really clear where to put the fourth one. Let it go here. So East European unrest, repairing Germany and 2 going to Iraq, and then 5-year plan, probably Zaire and Brazil, or something like Laos, Cambodia. CIA no longer safe, but I guess this couldn't really be helped. If he goes to Iraq now, East European unrest has to go to Saudi Arabia. It's quite important to have at least gone to Zaire and at least one in Brazil until the end of the turn. Of course, not to mention dominating Europe, or at least controlling East Germany and Poland, and being present in Middle East. Brazil is least important of it all. I guess so. So, should I establish European domination by putting 2 here? Or secure Italy by 1 more overprotection? Or put 2 in South Korea? Let's go the safest way, I guess. That's not the safest way. That is denying him breaking my presence in Asia and establishing temporary domination in Asia. And now no tricks with placing a 4 here and playing Truman, which can be countered successfully by socialist governments only. Middle East is the main concern, but if I get Nasser, it's no longer one. No defectors. Socialist governments, of course, impossible because they were just been they have just been defected this turn. So 4 victory points in his favor. This doesn't look very good. But other than that, I like what I see here. I had superior hand compared to him, of course. Okay. Asia, Europe. Nasser. Blockade, Arab-Israeli war. I don't really like this hand. But it's not the end of the world. I'm not threatened much in Asia, so let's try to secure Middle East. First by playing Nasser, and then by... Boo. What's my hold card then? Maybe Olympic Games. Maybe not. And then by cooing here. But I can do it with Truman Doctrine as well. So let's attempt this coup. Now I'm not really scared about Asia, but it's worth triggering soon. So I'm DEFCON safe, but other than that I have only 4 more playable ops, not counting the China card, which I don't want to play, to be honest. My hope is that he doesn't know about my weak hand and attempts to repair Middle East first. I don't want to play the China card due to CIA mostly. Okay, he has no choice regarding Truman, but I will see his move only after he plays his actual action round. This perch hurts with this hand. Okay. Let it go. Asia is no longer as secure as I would like it to be. Fortunately, it can be discarded like this. Nothing could be done in the Middle East. So no. Arab Israeli war may be worth triggering for the event. Blockade is worth playing for op. Not even waiting for him to do things. And containment, last action round somewhere. Oh yeah. Let's threaten something here. It is always a threat because I have the China card. I won't play it. I will play Arab-Israeli war just to have mill-ups. Or should I coup now to deny him mill-ups? Sorry, not to deny, but to deny him realigning Cuban. Yeah, why not? Cooing is quite good when you're perched. Going once. Oh, and I was lucky enough to just clear it, so he doesn't get mill-ups immediately.
kraj jest jakąś zupełna rzeźnia.
And I think about containment to break South Korea, because in case he has Vietnam revolts, it's slightly problematic for him due to country count, but nah, let Korean War do the job sooner. This was a hand of a turn of superior hand of my opponent. Oh well. Influence, I assume Nicaragua as well. No, not this time. Okay. So 1 and 2. It's gone. But I'm entering turn 3 in with a nice board position, let's say, and probably with 2 victory points, with 0 victory, oh no, with 4 victory points behind. At least the containment was totally wasted by him. Ooh. Ouch. I think you have too much. Okay, let's get rid of this one. It's gonna hurt, but not that much, because I have, well, another rich hand, and I have Arab-Israeli war, so no denying me a coup. I could coup Lebanon, but now it didn't really make sense after he headlined Middle East scoring. And this would give him 2 action rounds in a row. Let's fight for France. Now the priorities. He has Vietnam revolts, he also has Korean War, which is likely to be spaced. But now if he gives up France, West Germany is his only battleground in Europe. And blockade is somewhere there. Arab-Israeli war may wait for his Korean War decision. On the other hand, if I trigger Arab-Israeli war for event, he may be tempted to trigger Korean War rather than putting it in space. I think I shouldn't go all in for Europe, so no ops war for West Germany. Just take France if possible, and then South America, making it Voice of America safe and controlled. And this requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ops, which I certainly have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he doesn't want any ops war for West Germany.
Zostawić trochę, żeby się... Proszę bardzo.
I can't afford letting Asia like this. I don't want to play into Vietnam, but I may be forced to. Actually, maybe I should have. West Germany is no longer subject to an ops war. So maybe subject to blockade. Yep. Decall for space race. Giving me some time to play here. He's unlikely to have Asia, but he may have Indo-Pakistani war trying me into India or Pakistan.
Nie zapisz. Będzie na ciebie, jak się wysypie.
And that was quite funny, giving me option to coup here without directly playing Arab-Israeli war. And I think it may make sense, but not... Can I risk 5 more victory points here? Not sure about it, not sure about it. Okay, let it go once. I will be crying if he has Asia scoring now. But he doesn't seem to have it. On the contrary, he seems to just have given me access here. And he still has Korean War in hand. Yeah, spaced. Because what else? And Vietnam revolts, which is unspaceable by him. What use can I make of this knowledge? Nothing in particular. But if he plays Vietnam revolts, Asia is even, so he either puts both here, either puts one here, or controls UK to have any boost for special relationship. Okay, breaking Thailand is also an option. Asia was not a scoring I wanted to draw.
22 jest
Hmm.
cały czas autoportem, to chyba nie ma z niego co za chwilę zbierać, w sensie, że jest ciężki. Powiedz mi, Andrzeju, co chcesz jeszcze, żebym stąd starwestowała, póki przez chwilę się nie wysypie.
And I'm not sure about the defensibility of Asia. Let this go, because I will probably have to missile envy. I didn't see this one coming. But I couldn't really prepare for it anyway. Let it be this. Rather than OPEC and giving him points.
Aha, 11 i 20.
Sorry, not points. Giving him ops in headline.
11.
Summit Liptiol Che.
Wpisuję
Okay.
do-
Not
do-
great,
tak,
not terrible.
do tego, do znaka.
Let's just now hope that I can actually play Asia scoring and survive. Narrat influence to Thailand. Okay, you may have no 4-ops cards, but I'm not giving you Thailand like this.
Muszę czymś
More to the
nagrać
point,
że jedną
I may pretend I'm only interested in Southeast Asia. The drawback is that he may quite easily respond by just grabbing Southeast Asian countries, retaking domination in Asia.
W tej chwili Unia będzie podniosła.
Okay, Liptiol is gone, so Central America scoring just can't get any better than that. Nuclear subs for the event. I'm not a fan of this. But let's just deny him time to do things. Especially to do things in South America. Ooh.
To, że masz
Let's hope he gets busy enough to just attempt to coup Brazil or so. Letting me trigger Asia for only -1 influence, so no, he hadn't forgotten
latentszym, tak?
this.
Ty powiesz, jak dzwonisz 5 razy, stary i histeryzujesz, to powiesz mi, panie Łukuś, że nagle wszystko zadziałało. Bo jak już jak do mnie dzwoni, powie, że
Był.
potrzebują RCA, to RCA dostaną od razu do trwa. Tak, tak, ale musimy wiedzieć, że będzie dobrze.
I might have misplayed it.
Jeżeli to jest chyba tylko na twoich autów.
But well, the game's not over yet. However, it may come close to, because the remaining scorings don't look good for me. Africa, Southeast Asia, okay, but Thailand is not overprotected, and Europe. Oh, and I'm not a fan of his coup rolls. Red Scar Perch followed by Quagmire, if not defected, is my best bet now. And please don't escape on first attempt. Good.
Okej.
1, 2, 3.
Dobra, to tym jaka nie mierzymy. Co ma tak? 100. 90.
And a second failure. Okay, I start looking like a lucky guy.
No, on tutaj się twardo trzyma, wiesz, zakresu jakichś takich...
And his looks promising. This wasn't promising, however. Arms race succeeded, but it seems that he doesn't really have two good cards to play any longer. Yeah, I know, I could theoretically fight for West Germany, but it really didn't look valid. I can only play with Willy Brandt to do it. Now I can realign Algeria. Is Czech discarded? I don't remember it.
To jest set Angel.
Yep, it is. I guess it was from Kennedy. That was unlucky. I don't need to overprotect Thailand now, but I will need to do it sooner or later. Now what? Now I rolled a 6. Okay, good enough. As a moment. He has so many 3-ops cards. Oh, and he has Europe scoring. Much to what I like. Much to what I don't like. I no longer have good source of victory points except Southeast Asia. Africa is not the one, but I may work on it to some point. This Red Scare paid for itself to some point. However, in the long run, it doesn't really look good. I probably have to count on things like Long Gunman. Africa doesn't work as a source of ops for me. and this hand doesn't work as anything meaningful. About 50% chance that he has defectors. And I don't really have neutral headlines. Let it be Southeast Asia scoring, followed by Zaire coup with flower power and brush war attacking Algeria. Bird trap. Okay. Getting rid of grain sales was great, but losing control of Africa is not. Whew. I'm not losing control of Africa. Not yet, but he managed to trigger long gunman. Damn, I could trigger Cuban Missile Crisis, putting him in difficult position. Oh, and I don't like his hand, certainly. But I like this roll. Of course, his ABM treaty is more than annoying for Africa fight. Maybe I should have triggered. Maybe I should trigger Cuban Missile Crisis. Just like this. Or I may realign Algeria. And Nigeria, which if succeeded can be used for all sorts of... If succeeded, I said. Okay, Nigeria now. Because now if he uses ABM treaty on any of my African battlegrounds, I can take Algeria with flower power and still use brush war to try to grab it back. Influence and special relationship boost preparation.
Wiesz co, nie, bo to jest w tikecie nawet opisane dość dokładnie. No jestem. Słychać mnie, nie słychać mnie. Ta Gira zaczęła mówić. W tym tikecie jest opisane tak właśnie te numery są przypisane.
Space now. Sooner or later I'll have to take UK or at least break UK. Okay, he used it right now. So let's resolve event first. Actually, I'm not expecting anything meaningful here, maybe. Socialist government, so we will bury you. Indopaki. I forgot about it. Yes, it was meaningful, and I also forgot about Muslim Revolution. I'm very unhappy now about his getting rid of long gunman, because now I can't really see hopes in the long run, other than
Pomysł, że wejdę, to jest może bardzo słuszny. Przy założeniu, że wejdę.
no, it's a nonsense. And some successful war games. No, really? Even brush war at 3 must fail. Damn it. Of course, of course. So no hope for war games even.
Halo?
I don't feel I deserved this. Damn it, this works as well.
O tak, tak. Tak, dzień dobry panu. Cześć.
What else do you have? John Paul, yeah. Sadat. Okay. Europe is my only hope, but even this doesn't really help. Europe plus South America plus war games, but isn't it too much to ask for that much?
Wiesz co, proszę cię bardzo.
I guess it is, and well, I think I'm about to lose this game.
To widzisz mój ekran, Pawle? Bo teraz widzisz, jak wygląda response time.
I got defectors, and I got IBM treaty, and Europe scoring. Let's first
Tak, czekamy.
play the
Czekamy
Cambridge
na...
5.
O.
I may be missile envied,
Proszę bardzo, patrzysz na
but
bez
Marshall
problemu.
Plan isn't that bad. Grain sales, yes. This was actually expected.
A on zachowuje się w ogóle, jakby nie wiedział o tym, że go wyjęto. Tak, czekamy na performance. Tutaj
Oh
bez reakcji.
no, you didn't.
Kliknęłam, poszłam robić herbatę.
South America scoring.
Poza tym zapewne czas
I know you
szans,
did.
połączenia z klientem.
Okay,
Za chwilę mnie wyrwie. O, jesteśmy.
I
Aha,
need
teraz
it
słyszę,
to
że
work.
się nie mogę połączyć. To
I
jest
really
super.
need it to work, and it worked. Oh, phew. So maybe there's still a hope for me in this game. I am playing the entire hand, but maybe there is still a hope.
Tutaj jestem.
What about Summit?
Tak, to jest kanał w tykecie.
Okay, U2 incident. What about Marshall? I will have 5. He may have 5 if he controls 3. I may respond with defectors. let's do it this way. Suggesting him I don't have Europe, by the way. And then, well, I have to prepare to play OAS before he triggers the scoring. But he triggered the scoring now, so I may trigger mine now, putting the score on the right side. And now war games still are my hope, my best hope, my only hope for this game. This reduces the chance, of course. So let's reduce the chance reduction, or maybe not. Yeah, let's reduce the chance reduction. I'll have to give up one more to defectors. Okay, socialist governments. Theoretically, I have one more chance. If I survive until the final scoring, it is slightly possible to control Europe. Very slightly, however. So, let's bring this region back to my hands. One more chance is him playing into Cuba to control Central America and then falling into unspaceable Ortiga. But this requires some help of him. Huh, like this? One. Okay. Now OAS is self-repairable, at worst. And it's quite funny that he allowed me to have such a boost. Now, yeah, why not? I have some more hopes, actually. For example, Korean War, if successful, flips Asia into my domination. Evented Sadat, eventually. Not much hope anyway. Aldrich James Remix and Blockade for the last action round. He is seeing my headline. I want to see his hand. No defectors possible. I'm not happy about this hand, and I'm not happy about this headline. What I am happy about. I am happy about blockade. But what I really don't want him to have in this hand is special relationship.
Nie da się.
Okay, cooling time.
No, popatrz, nawet da się.
I have some hope in that he may have forgotten about blockade.
To jest jeszcze 4 godzin to jest.
And even if he didn't, if I got it on turn 8, I don't have to have it. I'd like to hold 5-year plan, because it's very useful if I get some nasty scoring. East European unrest doesn't really change much. Puppet governments for space race attempt, I think, or maybe Camp David Accords. UN intervention is less helpful than it appears, because it requires still some it shortens his hand, and he has his hand shortened already. Influence, Iron Lady. Where went the third one? South Africa. Okay.
No.
Space race time. I'm glad it was successful.
Aha, żeby było trudniej zgadnąć.
Now I think Allende comes first, before I actually trigger puppet governments. Or not.
Czekasz się, tak.
Yeah, let him think that I actually have something here. Upon cooing, what can he achieve? What does he have?
I'm so excited.
EU, UN intervention, Indo-Paki, Marine barracks bombing, and some irrelevant to relevant to John Paul.
On jest nawet w tej karcie wrzucony.
Mhm.
Możemy zobaczyć nawet 14. Spoko. Czekamy aż się tutaj.
Shuttle diplomacy.
Tak, on teraz też właśnie mówi, że chwilowo nie będzie ze mną rozmawiał. Ja napiszę, podziękuję uprzejmie koledze.
This is nice to have. This is trappy, and this is securing.
No, jest tam Windows siara.
The bad news is that now Korean War no longer flips
Dobra, jedynka się łączy. Zaraz zobaczymy,
anything.
co powie jedynka.
So AR5 puppets, AR6 Willebrand.
Wiesz, im się już powinien kończyć tak naprawdę czas.
And AR7 hopefully blockade with no EEU in his hand.
Mają 11 wieczorem teraz. Już jakby powinno się rozładowywać. Co? Że co?
I think he may want to save UN intervention for the next turn. Ooh, that was really important to roll two or more here.
Jeszcze raz harmonituję to. No, pokaż się. Proszę cię.
Of course, if I play blockade with him having the China card is enough to grab Germany. Okay, John Paul for a coup here. Now there is no other option to fight for Africa, and a successful coup of Angola still does the job. So let's just attempt to UN intervention influence.
To oni napisali, że stwierdzili, że mają...
Okay, let's discard it from your hand anyway.
Teraz próbują go naprawić, więc ja jakby
It's
napisałam, że nasza
still
praca
better
polega na tym,
than
że nie wywala co do
not
swojej
having it
służby.
discarded
Więc przez ten czas to ja naprawdę
from his hand.
zbieranie danych i analiza jest zabawna, natomiast jakby
Hmm. Now this is a DEFCON suicidal hand, or not, due to Soviet shutdown call. Due to, sorry, SALT negotiations.
no go.
I mean, I spaced her down this wall, I SALT negotiate something. Yep. That's Hellline, we will bury you. Huh. So how exactly you learned to stop worrying? This way. Okay. Quite important to be the first one here. Because of 3 victory points.
Nie radzi sobie z wysyłaniem.
OPEC should grab another 3 and we will bury you another 3, and all of a sudden it starts looking good, provided I can grab war games anyhow. Mhm.
W tym obrazku widzisz go może, bo ja bym musiała sobie zamknąć ten ekran. Bez 72 na początek.
Now I'd really like to have my terrorism boosted, but I feel it's not possible. event. Okay. One small step here.
Może.
I must play salt negotiations for the event, because otherwise I just lose by DEFCON.
Dobra.
So it's probably a good idea to coup something with flower power. Because I won't really have
Na przykład odkopać
anything better to coup with.
No, tak
And
myślałam.
the something,
Nadal
let it
będzie
be.
to dość.
Terrorism goes first. Salt negotiations go second. With some luck, I may discard war games right now.
Ja mogę mu dać tę ścieżkę, żeby on mi to przerzucił przez...
This is what I actually call some luck.
Wiesz co, bywało lepiej. To nie jest tak, że to jest taka, wiesz, zasada, że tak musi.
Provided I can keep them. And yes, it's only gonna be drawish. After I play Soviet shutdown call. But still. This looks like the very last rescue. He shouldn't be able to cut my hand size now. Unless he draws grain sales to Soviets.
Tutaj będzie chwilę się będzie kompresować. Jedna myszka.
Yeah, that's nice of him, because I now have to do things like this. So this is gonna be a decisive turn. If I'm able to score before he scores anything, I'm winning, but this requires him to draw no scorings at all.
Proszę, mam trakcję serwisu.
Select the card to headline. Let it be nuclear test ban. Just to grab points. And then Cuban Missile Crisis. Because this is simply my last chance in this game. Whatever I do with the reformer is not gonna be enough to survive the final scoring, even if I'm... Oh! So he had this one. Okay. So, controlling Europe is my best chance, but it's hard to perform now that he knows that I don't have any other 4-ops cards. But I really had no choice. If I had triggered anything else, I would have to give him this damned missile envy, this damned nuclear test ban for missile envy.
Dzisiaj sprzed świeżutkie ciepło jeszcze. No to
Could be better. European control is my very last chance in this game, and damn, did you have to have missile envy? After all I did to recover from the very bad situation you put me in, you just had to have missile envy?
23 i 24 tam były na tym obrazku.
Cuban Missile Crisis, North Sea Oil, the Reformer 5-year plan. This is the order of play now. I'm surprised he's not cooing Italy, actually.
14, no 14 otwarty. Chyba nie. Z niego było tylko bramka.
No.
Teraz mogę puścić w takim razie. Jest okazja stary.
No.
5 i z 22. Mogę puścić szybko okazję tutaj.
That's damned unfair.
Tego
Fuck.
najlepszego.
So I'm losing in the final scoring and nothing I could do about it. Damn, it looked so good. And all of a sudden it turned so crappy.
Okej, czyli po prostu drapał jest, żeby... Dobra.
This is too temporary.
Have sense. Ja zobaczę teraz, że kilka dzisiaj...
Everything I can play is too temporary. It has to go 2 moves. This doesn't really change much. Okay, maybe Central America would have its advantage because he would have to coup under Yuri and Samantha, but this is really not a big deal since he had it anyway, damn it. So thank you for watching and see you next time.
najnowszy release jest zły. Nie, ja może spasuję, wiecie co, ja nie mam odwagi. Poza tym, przepraszam, to są warianty na...
It would be a draw, didn't he have Central America scoring? Oh my goodness.
Ja teraz jeszcze będę modyfikowała regeksy i w ogóle ten...